Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco, and I'm excited to say that the Comic Book Community Award nominations are open. And so if you're unfamiliar with this, I'm going to have links, of everything down below. But the channel Brian LCS, great guy, he did the Comic Book Community Awards last year, and he's revving up for this year to be even bigger, and I'm super excited for it. I think it's a great idea. I think it's just an absolutely brilliant idea. And today I'm going to walk through the nomination form and kind of show you what it's about. Like I said, I'll have a link for it in the description so you can go fill out your own and nominate some cool channels and participate in this super fun event. So here is the nomination sheet, and it's pretty straightforward. Fill out your name and email address and all that. Do you produce original comic book content on YouTube? Yes or no, easy enough. And then so we have, there's some categories that will be in tiers of how many subs the channel has, and other categories that don't. So I'm going to go quickly through these and kind of tell you which ones I'm really aiming to get. So we have the tier 100 through 999 subs for best unboxing video or series. Not one I'm crazy about. I mean, if I'm nominated for anything, I'm going to be excited, not going to lie. But I don't do a ton of unboxings. To me, this is more. I'm trying to think of people's sub counts, because I was gonna say like Stevie B, but he's over 1,000. I'm pretty sure. So he'd be in the next tier, for example. Maybe Picking and Punching. That would be a good one for best unboxing, because he does a lot of mystery boxes and stuff like that. He's in that sub count. And then we have 100 to 999 best collaborative project or event. That could be one that I could see me maybe popping up on. I try to do some collaborative stuff. I think this year moving forward, I'm going to be doing more collaborative pieces. I'm really excited to do more spec showdown videos. They take a lot of work, so it probably won't be something that pops up super often, but I am excited to do that. And I have another idea that I'm fleshing out right now, getting ready, and I think it's going to be super fun, and it's going to be a collaborative piece as well. And I think that y'all are going to really enjoy that one. It'll be I'm thinking of new ways to talk about spec and numbers and investing without just being like, here's the comic, here's the value, blah, blah, blah. Less of a presentation and more of a fun thing to do, but also an opportunity to learn. Then we have 100 to 909 subs of best speculation comic investing content. I talk a fair bit about spec on the channel. I try to be pretty genuine with it. I haven't done like an actual, my spec series was Hot Comics, and I haven't done one of those in a while. But that's partially because I kind of stopped loving that format. And I am moving more towards, like I said, Spec Showdown. I have a new series coming out, hopefully pretty soon as well, that will be talking about spec, I think, in a more dynamic and hopefully more applicable way, like more kind of real world usage for that anyway. So that would be one I would be pretty excited to be nominated for. But also other people, Wahoo Comics. I really like the way that he talks about spec, because his spec videos are really his haul videos. I really like when you're genuine, and the best way to prove that you're genuine is to show that you're buying those books. You know what I mean? Because anybody can get on here and make a top 10 list because, oh my God, I need to do one this week. You know what I mean? But when your spec is, you're not talking about it as much. When I feel like you're not trying to shove stuff down my throat, and you're actually only genuinely telling me things that you truly believe in. That's the stuff that's more important to me anyway. And then we have move on to the next tier, so 1,000 to 500 or to 5,000 subs, best unboxing video or series. That to me could be like DJ Links, maybe. I think would be a good one in that category. I think his quality of videos are just great. He does some mystery boxes and hauls and stuff like that. Trying to think who else is in that. Wink Inc. That he falls in that tier group. Oh yeah, and like I said, that'd be a good spot for Stevie B as well. He does a lot of mystery boxes constantly. I think he does one a week. I'm not sure, but so then we have tier 1,000 to 5,000 best collaborative project or event. I'm probably going to skip over some of these because off the top of my head, I'm literally just looking at the list now, and just talking to y'all about it. But best collab 1,000 to 5,000. I don't know. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head. Then tier 1,000 to 5,000 best speculation. Who really talks about spec? Oh God, I'm sure I'll sit down and think of I'll fill this out and think of better answers. But for right now, I'm a little stumped. This one's gonna be hard for me. Tier 5,000 plus subs. I don't genuinely watch many channels 5,000 plus. I think the only one I can think of off the top of my head that's that big is maybe Journo's Comics. There might be somebody else, but that's the only person I can think of right off the top of my head. And so, and again, these are the same categories again. And then we have People's Choice, which is a hard one for me. I mean, I guess that's just whoever you watch the most. So if you watch my channel the most, maybe throw my name in there. That'd be pretty fun to win. But, just whoever you like, I guess. I guess just an opportunity for people just to throw whatever name they want to. Now, this is the one. This is the one that really matters to me. Best Mustache. It's kind of a weird one. Not going to lie. I think it's a little too vague. But it's best mustache, facial hair, hands, or hair. I get it. There's a lot of meme requests. And he just kind of combined them into one. And I campaigned hard to get best hair in here. Now, granted, I was mainly joking, but he added it in here, so I'm going to take responsibility for this one being in here. And if I don't get nominated for this one, I'm going to be so upset. I will genuinely be very upset. I want to win this one. Look, y'all. Come on. Look, y'all. I even trimmed up. I didn't do that for this video. I just did that because I did it. Sometimes I get lazy and my beard just gets long and it gets a little raggedy. But I felt like trimming up and making myself look a little better, more presentable a couple days ago. So, anyway, I want to at least... I mean, I really want to win that category. I really, really do. But at least if I get nominated, I will be happy. Because I have some stiff competition. The main guy I'm worried about is Cole's Comic Claims. He's got a beastly mustache that should be feared. It's powerful, okay? And then also, E-Man, C-List E-Man. He's got some nice hair. I think beside them, I'm pretty safe. Also consider my brother. He's not here right now, but my brother Chris. He's got a nice head of hair too. Which, I'm sorry, but I think it's only fair. He's on the channel quite a bit, I think it's only fair he, gets added in to the channel here. So I think he, helps bump up my odds. And I'm counting on it. Like I said, I got some scary competition, but I'm really hoping for something cool on that one. Now, we have Best Comic Book Review. This is the new one he just added like a week ago. And this one is right up my ballpark because every single Wednesday I put out a review of the new comics that I read the week. And I think it's a big part of my channel. I don't think I acknowledge it very often or, talk about it or whatever, but there's a lot of channels that usually on Wednesdays or maybe Thursdays or Fridays, show off the books they picked up for the week. But I'd like to say 99% of the channels don't actually talk about the comics that from that particular week. That might be like whatever Iron Man number 7, I'm just throwing random things. And they'll talk about leading up to that. I've been really enjoying 1 through 6 or whatever. But a lot of people, and this is an advantage I do have. It's part of what makes this channel special. But a lot of people don't have time to have read their comics yet. They just picked them up, and they're trying to get a video out about it as quickly as possible. Now, me being that I work at a comic shop, that is one advantage I do have, is I get to read this stuff early. Now, granted, sometimes I run out of time, and delays in shipment and stuff like that can mess things up. But for the most part, I try to read through all the comics that I pick up in the week, unless I'm cover buys, But and I try to be very genuine when I don't enjoy a comic, or when I think a comic is kind of losing steam. I let you all know. If something key's happening, I try to let you all know. And I release those videos out at 10 in the morning. So hopefully you can watch it and go pick up the books and not miss out on things you may have wanted to pick up. So I feel like I know there's a lot of channels that do comic reviews, and it's worth noting that this isn't necessarily just for new comic books as well. There's a lot of channels that'll go back and let's talk about a comic that came out 10 years ago, and review that, and I would still think that counts. I think this was made with the intention of weekly reviews, or at least something like that. But in my opinion, I think channels that often go back and talk about other comics, and if you're talking about the story, it's a review. You know what I mean? So I would consider that, if you have a channel that you really like that does that type of content. But this is probably the second award that I would really like to get nominated for, because it is a large part of my channel. I mean, it's ultimately, I do 3 videos a week, and it's the consistent one. I do a lot of different stuff on the channel, but it's every single week. So it's about a third of my content. So yeah, I think that one would be one that would mean a lot to me if I were to get nominated for that one. And then we have Best Statue Review / Unboxing. Only person that comes to mind on that is DJ Lynx. I know he does, like those hot toys and stuff like that, which are super fun. I really like those. We only have one right now. I'd like to get more, but I just don't have the room. But yeah, it's always super fun to look at them. Best Omnibus Review. I'm not going to lie. I have never watched an Omnibus review ever. Ever. Maybe you have. Best Cleaning, Pressing, or Comic Restoration. I don't watch anyone that does it like consistently. I may have like looked up videos before, and I think this is I think this is meant to be for a channel that does it consistently. I don't think it's like, if you've done one video, I don't think that really counts. I'm pretty sure that's how Brian has it set up. But I've watched some videos before, but nothing, just to kind of dip my toes in it and learn a little bit. Best new channel started. There's a couple I can think of off the top of my head that are pretty new. Chai Comic Girl is a really cool newer channel that's she's been doing really well. And then Jacob Comics also, he's very, very new. And I just saw because up the next one is Best Unknown 100 or Less. He just passed 100, and he really just started, but he's been putting in work. I think he's doing a video every single day, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I mean, he's an awesome new channel that has really been putting in work. And yeah, Chai Comic Girl, she just has a great personality. I think she's super, super fun. And Best Unknown channel, I don't know one off the top of my head. I knew this was coming up, I was like, oh, I can probably vote for Jacob Comics, but he passed 100, so I don't know. I gotta see if I know somebody else now. Best ongoing series, reoccurring, minimum of 12 episodes. Yeah, that's something I have to go back and look at. Maybe, again, off the top of my head, like DJ Lynx has his, what's it called? The Epic Rap Battles. Those are super fun. Those live, I guess that counts, right? Yeah. If you really wanted to stretch, you could vote for me and put, for my, Hot Comics. Even though I don't really do those anymore. That's the only series, well, I guess I have Community Night, but I don't really think that deserves to be voted for. If you're going to vote for anything, it'd be for Hot Comics. Which I did put a lot of work into that series, but I just think I want to do something a bit different and stand out a bit more from, the other content creators on the channel and kind of do my own thing. And I feel like Hot Comics is more or less what everyone else does, you know. Comic book community a builder award. This is a really good one for people, you know, that promote and support the other content creators on YouTube and its members. It says. Now this would be a channel I would love to get nominated, or this would be an award I'd love to get nominated for. I don't do a lot. I've been trying to shift more into it. My past couple of giveaways and on, you know, moving forward giveaways, I do send people to other people's channels as a requirement to win anything. I've never been shy to talk about other people. That's why I'm doing this right now. Actually, is a bit of a chance to talk about some other channels. Maybe if you're kind of struggling on some of these categories, like, who can I pick? You know, maybe you'll check out some of the people that I'm talking about and, you know, have a good answer. However, I want to say the person that deserves to win this one, there's quite a few good people. But I feel like it has to be Gary B, the comic, or the casual comic guy. I almost a comic casual guy, but anyway, because he you know, he really started the Grow Together movement on, you know, in the comic community, and I think as just with how iconic that is and how everyone's really, you know, so many people have adopted that hashtag, and you know, it's, I don't know. I mean, that movement started with him, with I think it's 1,000 sub push or something like that. I think is when he started that. Now, granted, like I said, there's other good community members too. I think Brian LCS could be considered because this whole thing is really to get exposure to everyone. I mean, honestly, like he could win. I think, you know, pretty fairly. Metarog is a great channel that shows off a lot of other people's content. I'm sure there's other ones, but that's just off the top of my head. That's what I can think of. But yeah, I think there's a lot of good opportunities. And like I said, I'd be happy if I got nominated. If I don't, I understand there's a lot of other people. And I for me, I feel like my push to show off more community love has been more recent. So it's not something like I'm necessarily like known for, if that makes sense. Like I'm trying to do that more often, but you know. Anyway, moving on to the next thing. Most entertaining content creator. I mean, again, if you vote for me, I'd appreciate it. I don't necessarily you know, expect to be up on that one. There's so many content creators, and entertaining is such a, you know, it's hard to say. Vote for who you like. You know, I mean, I'd be thrilled to be up there. And then Comic Book Community Channel of the Year. Kind of the same thing, I guess. You know, just whoever you think has been doing great work throughout the year. I don't know. I don't even know who I'm going to vote for. I have to really think about who I'm going to consider my most entertaining content creators. And then also Channel of the Year and stuff like that. I'm going to have to think about that one. That's going to be hard. That's going to be really hard. Like, those are difficult ones to do. And then Lifetime Achievement, the Stanley Award. Now, this one has the prerequisite of having 3+ years on YouTube. And that one I'm going to have to do some research on. Who's been on here for 3+ years? I'll have to look that up. Because it's like, I don't think DJ's been on for 3+ years. I don't think Wink has been on for 3+ years. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think. Maybe they have. I don't know. Journos has been. I know he's been on here forever. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that and figure that one out. But yeah, that's kind of the submission form there, and kind of a little rundown. Like I said, kind of as a recap, I really, really want to at least be nominated for Best Hair. And I would love to win it. I mean, that would be a dream. And then what was the other one? The comic book reviews. That's right. And it's funny. I didn't even think about it. And then I was just looking through the reviews. I was like, huh, guess I could be nominated for that one, you know? And then I start thinking more and more about it, and I'm like, that's a big part of my channel, huh? I guess, you know, there's certain things that you just get in the motion of doing regularly, and you kind of forget that you even do it. And yeah, it's such a fundamental cornerstone of my channel that I think that one actually would mean quite a lot to me if I got nominated or even possibly won that one. And like I said, I do have a little bit of an edge of getting my reviews of comics out there earlier than most people. You know, there might be some channels that get it out about the same time, but I'm cheating a little bit. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. By the way, you have until, I wrote this down, what was it? Until July 23rd to get your submission in for the nominations. So if it takes you some time, you really got to think about it, no biggie. You know, take your time and work on it. Maybe go check out some other channels on some of these. Like I said, I have no idea who's under 100 subs. I don't think I'm currently following anyone under 100 subs. Maybe I need to go check out some new channels and figure out who to throw on that list. But yeah, take your time, find some new channels, do some research, figure out who's been doing this for how many years and who has 12 videos in a series and this and that or whatever. And I don't know, make some informed choices. And I don't know, I'm really excited for this event and to see how it all goes down. But I will see you all next time. Ha 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 ha!